around 11:30 at night. I was watching YouTube on my computer when suddenly I heard yelling from outside of my room. I immediately opened my door to see my mom running toward my room. The first thing she said was for me to call the police, in which I did. My mom heard a large sound and went to investigate, looking through the sliding glass door. And when she opened a curtain, what she saw was a figure on the other side of the glass looking back at her. It was a guy. He didn't move at all, but still stared at us, which was so creepy and weird. And his body was covered with a dark, deep liquid like as blood. I then gave my phone to my mom, and she said to the dispatcher with fear that there was a man who climbed onto our second-story balcony. I was a bit tense, not knowing what to do in a situation like this, considering I was in a room. Just moments later, my mom calmly called and told my dad, who was not at home, that there was a man that climbed onto our balcony around 11:30 p.m. When my dad was questioning my mom about the situation, I went back to my room to look out my window. After I did that, I heard a distant gunshot, and that guy already disappeared. Fast forward a couple minutes later, the police show up at our house asking questions about what just happened. Well, my mom told the police that there was a man and that he looked like he was in his mid-20s. She then told that the man climbed onto our second-story balcony, and when she first saw the man, she instantly went to the sliding door and held it in place before anything bad could happen. When the man was just about to run away, my mom told the cops that she saw a bright flash. My first thought that it might be a handgun for suppress. After Mom turned on the lights from my balcony, I saw there were multiple footsteps and handprints on the pillar and railing. A day later, a group of police detectives came to my house to investigate more into the case. They noticed a bullet hole on the ceiling of our balcony, and they told me and my parents that the hole was made by a handgun. The police then sent out a firefighter to come and cut the bullet out of the wood. A couple days later, we found out that the guy, who was actually in his mid-40s, was arrested, and that this wasn't the first time he had done something like this. On the 21st, he tried to break into another house in Irvine at 5 in the morning. And a couple hours later, I was shopping with my dad when my mom calls him to the sickening news that the suspect viciously murdered 2 people in Newport Beach just hours before the guy tried to break into our house. My heart just pumped at that time, and I thank